Welcome back to another episode of the Conversations and Libations podcast. We have our drinks. The bar is officially open, and it is race week, people.
Yes.
It is race week, which is exactly why we are drinking Zement Julep. Fancy as hell, in honor of Churchill Downs and the Kentucky Derby.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
Highbrow, very highbrow cheers. And you know what? Mint juleps are so good. Mm-hmm. They really are. I am a big fan. And I don't think you said you've been. Have you been to Churchill Downs?
Not to Churchill, no.
You haven't been?
No.
Okay, so I'm the only one that's been. There is a aura I'll go with around that place that is just like unmatched. And I'm not like a big horse race guy.
Right.
Like, I mean, I know of it. I watch the Derby. Like, I watch the horse races when they're on. Like, I'm not snobby or anything. Like, I'm not sitting around being like, oh, I might have another while I have my feather hat on.
I could actually see you acting like that.
I could.
I 100%. Here's the deal. I'm not saying I wouldn't. It's just that I don't. Like, I mean.
And he'd be at home.
Right.
Yeah.
I would just be talking to my wife. Yeah, it wouldn't even be anything else. Like, it would just be me talking to my wife.
Drinking
and
out of your
she would just be
fanciest
looking
glass, wearing the tuxedo.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
And
Come on. The race is almost done.
Your wife's looking at you like.
I walk into the family room and it's like, I'm going to take the Derby in the basement. This room bores me.
Okay, new side of Nick.
Right? Is it really a new side?
No.
No.
Same side.
It's, yeah.
I have one side, the awesome side. Boom. Mic drop. Speaking of Mike.
Mike's not here.
Mike's not here. I did talk to him this weekend, though. It was his birthday this weekend.
Yeah. How was that?
It was rad. I got some pretty funny koozies for you guys that I need to get. Mm-hmm. Mike, shout out. One love, bro. One love. One day, I did convince him, though. I said, hey, you got like several bottles of liquor for your birthday. You need to come back on the show for a last call.
Now that would be a good reason to.
Heck yeah. And I told him he should come for when we do he's such a big fan of Bloody Marys that he should come when we do the Bloody Mary / whatever olive tasting challenge.
We decided we're not doing the Bloody Mary for that. Maybe we're going to do the Dirty Martini.
Dirty Martini.
Okay, well, whatever we do, I told him he can come back whenever he wants.
Yeah, most definitely.
Nonetheless, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that'd be the best episode for him to come back to, just to watch your face as you eat all of the olives.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not going to be bad. I think you'll actually see that you like some of them.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, between the green olives and the black olives and the Barmahue mulattoes and the Formagelinos and what are the other ones?
I have 4 different types of green olives.
Okay. So I've got a green olive section.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I have a Kalamata.
Oh, yeah, that clears it up. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he just said.
You don't know what a Kalamata olive is?
Here's the deal. I don't know enough about olives to be even half.
Have you seen the purple olives?
Yes.
That's a Kalamata.
Yeah.
Well, I learned something today.
There you go.
But there's a difference in how they're brined. So,
okay.
Yeah.
See,
you'll be surprised.
I'm still here to learn. Like I said,
you'll be surprised.
I'm a visual learner, I think. So once they're in front of me, I'll be able to tell you what it looks like and what's going on.
No, you won't.
And then that's pretty much it.
Actually, you will be able to tell. You won't remember the names of them, but you will be able to tell the difference because they're different sizes, different shapes. They each have their own unique characteristics.
It's big green olives,
in a lot of ways,
medium green olives.
Olives are like people. In a lot of ways, olives are like people. You know, all different shapes and sizes.
Some are green, some are purple.
There's more varietal.
I don't know that that's true.
There's more varietal of olives than there are people.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
There's only a certain amount of type of people.
It's 2024. That's not true.
Well,
I don't know
that's true.
I don't know that there's a type of people.
But
maybe like
I'm
a
remembering
personality type.
Yeah.
You got to remember, I'm thinking back to NAM.
That's right.
There's only
That's right.
At least he finally
back in NAM, there was those in NAM, and then there was those not in NAM.
Right.
That's the 2 types of people, and there's like 4,000 olives at the time.
I was okay. I'm gonna clear the air here. I was not in NAM, but my father was.
Holy moly! Was he really?
Yes.
He actually was?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is a whole different type of animal. I am intrigued.
Yeah, he was in he called it an oxymoron, but military intelligence.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
And
Funny.
He was a photo interpreter, and he actually told them where to bomb, where to.
Oh, that's
raid.
wild.
Wow.
Yeah, he never talked about it.
Yeah, he had an intense job.
Okay.
Yeah, he had an intense job.
But he did participate in NAM when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, I feel like realistically, like we make this NAM joke all the time, but like, so my uncle's in the Navy. Well, my uncle retired from the Navy, and my grandpa was in the Navy. Like the things like that. Like I don't think people realize like it. I think people realize. I just don't think people actually understand how much that the military does to really like protect us.
Oh yeah.
And on top of all that, let's just say like that was not even part of it.
Right.
Like the fact that they have to do certain things that just are like, you have to go do this thing. Like a lot of people just could not do that.
Yes.
Like
yes.
it's bananas. So, and I mean I listen to my uncle talk a lot, and he has a lot of crazy stories. He was. I don't know what his title was, but it was very high. And listening to his stories, kind of traveling around on boats to like all over the planet, is just bananas. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah,
the stuff that happens with the military is a whole different animal. But that is not going to stop me from making the NAM jokes. I think they're hilarious.
No, I agree with that. My dad was in the Army.
Oh yeah.
The only stories that I've ever really gotten from him, because he wasn't on the front line or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
He was in a tank.
Oh well, that kind of counts.
And the big thing, he doesn't talk about what he did, because the reality is, by the time his shots hit, he has moved a mile. He has no idea what happened.
Exactly.
So he doesn't ask questions because he doesn't want to know, and that's fair.
That's wild. So hats off to that.
The good part was my dad was never in Vietnam.
Well, that's good.
He was in Thailand. But yeah. It's still
it's crazy.
Up to his passing, he still would never discuss it.
I can't imagine that you would. Yeah, I can imagine that you would. That was a pretty gnarly time for
everybody,
the world.
Yeah,
I would say. Like it's not like you didn't know. Like that's what makes that joke funny, is that I can say NAM and anybody knows what that means. But anyway,
I wasn't in NAM, but they got good food.
That's true. That is true.
I do like some Vietnamese food.
Yeah, that's true, and they probably have olives.
I don't know.
Sounds like you have some research to do.
They've got some chili, so
they do. That's true. That we know for sure.
And Thais have got some hot chilies.
That's true. That is really true. I see, and I'm kind of a wuss in that. I say that like my stomach can't handle super hot.
Yeah, I used to. Could handle hot food, but
I remember when you were telling us about that story about the I think it was like a homemade hot sauce that you're eating with like avocado.
Yeah, my boss made his own hot sauce.
Yeah,
and he got it patented. It's Ghost Reaper.
Okay,
is the brand.
No, thank you.
And he grows his own ghost peppers and his own Carolina Reapers.
Can you get me some?
Possibly. I'll have to reach out to him and see. But I ate, if you eat it with a fat, it's not supposed to affect you as bad. Okay, avocado is a good fat to do that with.
Well, I'm fat, so I guess I could eat it.
So I all in all, in the afternoon, I ate a total of maybe 8 drops.
That's like probably 12 drops more than I would have.
And that night, I was the sickest I've ever been.
Oh, gosh.
From heartburn, burning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stomach upset. Thank you.
It was rough. I wouldn't want to do that again. And he sits there and just, my son too.
Puts it on,
Yeah, I gave the last bottle I had, I actually gave it to my son. And he just put it on
Put it on everything.
And then eat it. And hey, this is good.
Nope.
I'd be excited to try that. Yeah. I love spice.
No.
He lives up on a mountain in Arkansas. And I told him one of these days we're just going to be looking up there and all of a sudden we're just going to see. Well, there goes Don.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Boof. No, not super spice for me. That is no es bueno.
No.
Okay, so back to the main theme there. The Kentucky Derby, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you guys watch it?
No, I do not.
No. I do watch it every year. I enjoy watching it. I think it's one of those things that's like I said, super classy for me. Mm-hmm. Like if I were to go to the Kentucky Derby, it'd be super rad. Like I would be totally into it. I'd be like with the big hats and all that. Like I would find that so cool to just be like that'd be awesome to just like go and experience.
Yeah.
And just get all fancy dressed up and be just looking awesome at the at the show.
Well, it's my understanding you're not too far. Well, I mean, it's not like right next door. But if you're at the Kentucky Derby, you're not too far where Woodford Reserve is.
Yeah, you're not far. That's true. Yeah, you're not far.
So I'd have to go there.
Yeah. See, and that's rad. But, in light of the mint julep, that is, I had not had one before I had gone. Okay. So we had one, like the bar is just always open there. Okay. So we went and did the tour and then I think they give you like a coin to go try it or whatever. Yeah. So like I knew, like my wife, there was no way that she was going to drink a huge glass of whiskey or bourbon.
4 ounces.
The traditional is 4 ounces. Yeah, there was a 0% chance she was drinking that. So I was like, all right, here's the deal. We're going to go to Churchill Downs today. I'm going to get a mint julep. You're going to drive.
Hey, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
So, I mean, it's just reality, right? Like, I was just, like, prepared for that moment. And, I mean, it was, like, the entire time that we were on that trip, we were just, like, at different distilleries, just, like, banging out different, like, tastings. I was like, I am trying everything. And anything you don't drink, bring it to daddy. So
that's fair.
And she's not a whiskey girl. Like, she's just not. So it was literally like every time we went and did a tasting, I was getting doubles.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I was, by the end of that trip, I was like, all right, I'm going to need like a month to chill out, not do anything. But it was awesome because I tried so many different things. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what, in a lot of ways, made me appreciate whiskey a whole lot more, too. Because we went all over the place, like different bourbon distilleries, different whiskey places. Like, it was just awesome. And I mean, you could literally trip and fall and land on a whiskey place in Kentucky.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's awesome. We had a good time, so that was definitely worth the trip. So if you ever get an opportunity to do that, go do that because a mint julep, the real deal in the real mug. I don't actually know what that's made of.
Silver.
Is it silver? Yep. Okay, so. But in the real mug, it's not a no joke.
Tin cup?
It's the traditional one is served in a silver cup.
Okay.
It's rad, though, nonetheless.
Okay. Never mind.
No, fire away.
No, I'm lost as goose.
Well, to bring you back to the reality is good as hell.
Yeah.
So try it if you can.
No, I first got introduced to the mint julep back, it's been years ago, at another horse track.
Yeah.
And, that was their big thing as well.
Sure.
So you had to have one.
Of course. I feel like it's just that's like in the nature now. Like it's kind of like the whole, like you go to McDonald's, you're going to get a Coke kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of deal like that. Like it's kind of the same thing. You go to a horse track. Like I'll probably be able to get a mint julep.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a weird comparison, but that's what came up in my brain, so I'm sticking with it. But nonetheless, I mean, it's true. Like, there's just things like that where that something is going to play off of somebody else's, like, major thing.
Yeah.
So, like, Churchill Downs has the original mint julep.
There you go.
Well, every other horse track can, of course, fall in the line and be like, let's make a mint julep.
Yeah, it's not ours, but we'll make it.
Yep, we'll do it. Yeah, no, we don't like them round here. Like,
is that your best, like, Kentuckian accent?
I don't know what that means, but no, I was just saying round here as like a thing. So I guess take it as you will.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, well, on that note, I feel like we just need to move right into the fast facts about this bad boy. Do we have some this evening?
Yeah, I mean, besides the fact that, like we said, Churchill Downs was the one that created the drink.
Yeah.
With what whiskey?
Kentucky bourbon.
Did they have a specific one that they made it with?
I've seen multiple things. Sure. One mentioned Maker's Mark was one that a few racetracks primarily use. Okay. I could not pinpoint what Churchill Downs actually uses.
To give reference, when I went, this is what was offered at the time. Now, I could have gotten Woodford or I could have gotten Maker's Mark.
Okay.
So those were the two that were there. Now, that's not to say that there's not other things or that, like, on Derby Day, they have other stuff. but that's what they offered me. They're like, here's what we have today. This is what we could make it with. So
yeah. So specifically, what I found is it has to be a bourbon.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's got to be from Kentucky. I mean, you can't have a Kentucky Derby drink with a whiskey.
Realistically, we all know that a real bourbon comes from Kentucky.
Yeah. So, it is traditionally served in a silver cup.
Yep.
With crushed ice.
Yeah, the crushed ice game is definitely different. It is better with crushed ice, mostly because it's just the way it's drank. It's just better, so you get like a little bit of that crunch as you go.
Well, and it's supposed to frost the cup, and it keeps it nice and cold.
Yeah.
So
there is a lot more too. Yeah.
And this is not popular in this area, but it almost reminds me of sweet tea.
Huh. Okay.
And what I mean is like what they
Sweet
make down
tea.
in Arkansas.
Yeah, like syrup.
Yeah. Talking about put you into a sugar shock.
Yeah.
Sweet tea is just that. They
Yeah,
always
the
looked at
real
me
deal.
crazy, like, I'd like unsweetened tea.
Yeah.
You want what?
Yeah. Excuse me? Yeah, I could see that. And I think that it's definitely sweeter than you probably realize. Like,
Yes.
I think that you have like this thought in your brain that's going to be like really whiskey / bourbon heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That's true, but it is a lot sweeter than I think people.
I think if you did have it on crushed ice, it would even thin it out even more.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And over time, as you drink it, it's just the same as anything else. It gets a little bit of that watered down feel to it, but it's just so good. Anyway, but yeah, this is definitely a drink that I would recommend. Try it, even if you don't like whiskey.
Yes.
Like I would say to try it, and I'm not going to say that it doesn't taste like whiskey. I would just say I'm down to try everything. But mint julep is like, I don't know. I feel like it's just such a classic, like nostalgic, like vibey drink that I'm like so into it. And I feel like I should be fancier today.
And if you're not a bourbon drinker, you can actually take this same drink, top it with a little club soda.
I can see that.
Just to thin it just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you'll still get the flavor. You'll still get the mint. You'll still get the sweetness from the.
I wonder what it'd be like with ginger beer too, or something. Like if you were to try and put it on, like it would be almost like a meal.
Yeah, I think at that point it's a completely different drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess that's true. But nonetheless, kind of the same deal. It's all the same stuff, with just some different stuff.
There's no lime juice. There's no ginger beer.
I mean, punch you right.
It's pretty different.
It is.
It's drinkable. It's awesome.
It's very good. I think there's a lot of ways that you could probably do it, but I would never change this recipe. To be honest with you, yeah, like you said, I would entertain the fact that you can add club soda to it, or something similar to that.
Yeah, if you wanted to cut the edge off of it.
Yeah,
and that would be the only reason.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's not to actually water it down.
Right.
Some of that pebble ice would probably make it perfect.
Right.
I will say, on the actual day of the race, I will definitely try another one with 4 ounces and
you're home for the evening.
See it. Yep.
You know what else is happening? The day of the Kentucky Derby?
What's that?
A different derby. The roller derby. Kansas City roller derby.
Now that's a real sport.
That's right. And funny enough, I think the wife and I might be attending.
Really?
Yeah, with her family. So apparently her family knows someone, her uncle's cousin maybe is like in the derby. So I was like, hell yes, we're going to the roller derby.
Well,
There's nothing I would like more than watch some people skate around a circle that's taped on the regular basketball court.
Yep.
And like I said once before, and you kind of got offended, there's only 2 real sports anyway.
I didn't get offended. I just thought it was the dumbest thing you could say.
Roller derby and wrestling.
NASCAR.
That's the only...
Every time I think about wrestling, every single time I think about wrestling, and this is not like a slight at it in any way, I just think it's hilarious because it's one of the best parts of any movie, I think. In The Breakfast Club, did you see that? Okay, just want to make sure. I know that... I know you saw it.
Yeah.
Just wasn't sure you were up to speed.
I saw it when it came out.
I'm pretty sure
he probably saw it in theaters.
He probably started it.
So he's like, you wear tights? He's like, no, I wear the required uniform. Yeah, tights. And like, I mean, and like truly, like there are some wrestlers that I grew up with.
Yeah.
Like Team USA, legit Team USA wrestlers.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable athletes.
Oh, yeah.
I could never do that sport. So I can't say anything about it. But man, it just cracks me up every time I see that movie. And he's like, yeah, it's tights.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's classic, man. But yeah, I will be giving you an old test drive to the Kansas City Roller Derby, which I know zero about roller derby, so I am actually like real psyched to go check it out and see what's happening.
That's the one that uses roller skates, right? Okay.
Yep.
Goes to show I know less than you.
They don't just roll around on their heads and crawl and stuff.
You never know. It might be on ice.
That's true. It could be on ice. With everything else popping up on ice now.
Right.
It's like ESPN 8 The Ocho is going ballistic nowadays. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it's it'll be wild because I think just not knowing anything about it, like it'll just make it more exciting. So they'll just go and show up. And hopefully somebody just gets their shit tossed. I just hope somebody comes flying in stands. Like maybe like a kid goes flying with them or something. You know, like something funny. You know, nobody get hurt, but something hilarious.
Okay. That sounds like fun.
That's right. That's right. The good stuff. The good stuff. I will say, you know, it's just something to be said about not having any idea, no expectations going into something, you know?
Yeah.
So I am psyched about it.
Yeah.
And I've been psyched
Sounds
for
fun.
weeks.
Good deal.
So mark it on your calendars.
Enjoy.
Marked on the calendar. Kentucky Derby, Kansas City Roller Derby. Let's go, baby. I'm in. Cheers.
I'm just excited to hear about it. Like,
Yeah. I can't
Well,
wait to hear whenever he
pretty-
comes back.
It's pretty high level. There's no phones allowed in the facility at the time.
Okay.
Cannot film or take photos.
Really?
They are
Dang.
keeping it locked. No, not really. Good Lord.
Well, I have no reason to doubt you.
That would be wild, though.
I know.
That would be
That would be like, wow.
That would be something else, wouldn't it? That would be like people like coming out to like men's league baseball. They're like, no phones.
Yeah.
Just in case Cletus falls over again.
taking a selfie with your girl. We got to confiscate.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, nope. We're gonna need that phone. Yeah. Hey, get back here. Bring that phone over here right now.
Security just
Shields
surrounds
in the background. Yeah. we got a code 1211. Phone on the field. We're taking pictures in the stands. Do you believe that? Get over here, Steven. Let's get that phone. Yeah, row 3. Oh, you mean the only person in the stands? That's pretty much what it's like at those men's league games, which I go to because I play. So, yes, nobody shows up.
Wow.
It's true. It's really true. My wife used to come to the games, but she decided to stop because every time I did something cool, I was like, that one's for my smoking hot wife. And she's like, okay, I'm done with it.
I'd stop coming too.
Yeah, well,
I never
here's
went.
what it is. I did. So it is funny because like she says that I can't turn it off. And what she means by that is that I have a competitive button, right? And
That makes you say my smoking hot wife?
no. That's how I'm going to say that no matter what. I can't. I have a hard time not being competitive with baseball. I mean, just because I played so long, right? So, like, there's a little bit of a. We're going to go with fire. That is a burning during those games because I want to win.
That's not just baseball. It's you playing any sport.
That's true.
Remember the pickleball story.
Pickleball.
I'm competitive. But like I'm competitive with like things that are actually physical. Like you don't see me like getting upset about card games.
That's me.
Yeah, I mean there's nothing wrong with that. I just am like my competitive, like all of my competitiveness, like that just attitude reflects in like physical sports. And that's just the way it is for me. Yeah,
Hey.
like I just am used to that. So
It's whatever works.
well, and I mean it's men's league baseball, so like there's a lot of guys that did play pretty high level. So some guys are really good, and then there's other guys that just go out because they enjoy it, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's what it's for. But
Except for when you lose.
well, you know,
Like last Sunday.
somebody. Yeah, it's true. We did lose. I was trying to think back. I was like, what did we do last Sunday? But I think it's like one of those things like some guys are like, oh, it's just fun. It was like, you know what's fun? Beating somebody 73-0. That's fun. Like, hit parade, baby. Let's go.
I don't think I want to go to a game where the score is 73-0.
Well, that's because you've never been involved in an absolute smash festival.
Because that would just be so boring.
Nah, there's just...
Because it's like the other team is just laying up in the dugout. They didn't even come out.
Yeah, that'll happen. See, but it's impossible to win 73-0 unless you score 73 runs in the first 2 innings.
Okay.
Well, okay, so maybe in the MLB. But, outside of that, there are rules put in place that you're just like, yeah, this game's over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're up by a certain amount in the third inning, they just call it.
Really? Okay.
Especially with kids, like kiddos.
Oh, well, yeah.
There's all kinds of rules around that. But, like, in men's league, like, you got to think about it. A bunch of old fat guys, pretty much. Like, and, I mean, that's like I said, there's some seriously good athletes. Like, there's some guys that can really play.
Do you guys have the 2 home run rule?
No, not in men's league. No.
I used to play
that is in slow pitch
softball. Yeah. If you can have 2 home runs. The third and on automatic out.
Mm-hmm. It's still a thing in slow pitch. I think at least in what we played this weekend, I think if you play co-ed, it's a +1.
Okay.
So you can't go up. So like you can both start out at 0. And if you hit a home run, then you can't hit any more, or else it's out.
Okay.
But like if they hit a home run, then you can go up to 2, and so on, right? So like you just can't be more than 1 up on your opponent.
So if you're down like 7 runs, just keep smashing them.
Yeah, well, and it's really fun. No, not at all. It's the number of home runs you hit.
Okay.
Right. So
I thought the +1 was like you couldn't be over the score.
No score.
Okay.
It doesn't have anything to do with score. So it was funny because like I hadn't played in a long enough time to like I needed to understand the rules some more. So the first question I asked was like, like last time I played this, like I hit the ball pretty hard. So I asked, I was like, okay, what's the home run rule? Like, what's the walk rule? Like, what are these rules? So funny enough, like I asked that and I couldn't hit anything all day. Like I hit like crap all day. It was
You're
like,
that guy. Don't even ask. You're not going to do it.
Well, what's funny is like if there was going to be someone to do it, I would have been the guy to do it because I hit the ball well. But it's just hilarious because I couldn't hit. Like I was like you could have kicked my ass off a boat and I wouldn't have hit water. It was ridiculous. It was just funny because like there was just not happening. Like everything I hit was just up in the air.
So because of your expertise on playing, what do you think caused it?
Oh, it's two totally different types of swings. 2 totally different types of swings. So in slow pitch, I mean, the ball's coming down like this, right? So you naturally have to meet the ball on an arc. Whereas in baseball, it's more of like this sweeping, like kind of like arcy swing, right? So it's just different.
Okay.
There's not. So I mean, I've been swinging a baseball bat recently just because, like I said, I'm getting ready to play ball again this summer, and I just was. It's been long enough time for me to just screw up and be a total doofus and not be able to hit the ball.
I was just, curious. I don't know.
It's funny, though, because people at... I was playing with people from work, and the people at work were giving me some crap. They're like, yeah, you're asking about the home run rule. You can't hit shit. I'm like, well, that's true. I was not hitting anything. I was literally like 1 for 4 on the day. I'm like, it's horrible. Horrible. But it's still fun, First swings of the season, why not? It's always fun. I love playing slow pitch too. It's just a fun time because it's pretty laid back.
So much fun.
Yeah, it's pretty laid back. And the fields that we were on were all like brand new turf, so it's just like a great facility and it's just a lot of fun. Don't have to get filthy in the dirt. Like, and that's not to say that I didn't enjoy those times. It's just like you play ball, you go out and get dirty and just play. But now that I'm older, I don't want to be stuck gross with dirt all day.
So in slow pitch, you still have to swing a bat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All right.
And if you hit the ball...
You don't technically have to swing.
If you
can hope for a walk.
If you hit the ball, then you have to run to the bases.
That's right.
I'm out.
That's the gist of it. And then if somebody else hits the ball, you then have to run more bases.
I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So one of the best jokes I ever made on a baseball field was there's a guy that was on our team and he stole second, and he was a bit of a bigger guy, not known for his speed. I mean, really, not that he's a big dude by any means. He's just like a stout, like rock solid dude, right?
Right.
And he just was not known for speed, so he stole second base on a play once. And this is in a big tournament that we go to in Arizona, and he looks back and he's like just psyched, It's like, oh, yeah, we're like, we're going nuts because like he doesn't do that. And I was like, man, you don't run. You just push the earth backwards a little every time you step. That was probably the best joke I ever made on a baseball field. And I mean, it was just ridiculous. But
wow,
when you see like the magic that it's like a kid going to Disney World when a guy that's not fast steals a base, you're like, wow. Look at the look in his eyes. It's amazing.
Amazing.
It's just amazing. Nobody can. You can't make this up. You can't recreate this in film. This has to happen naturally. So yeah, that's where we're at. How did we even get on this topic?
I don't know. I was wondering what that accent was.
I don't know.
I didn't know where you were going with that accent.
It started somehow into men's league to this.
I don't know. Yeah, I know you brought up something about losing this week, and that's how we had to end up further.
No, I brought that up after you had already started talking about it.
It was the roller derby camera incident.
Yep.
Oh,
Everybody's
right.
taking each other's cameras and flinging them out the door.
And that nobody wants to watch you guys, so no one shows up. That's right.
That's pretty much what it is, yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty much the case. I mean, some wives come, most don't.
I'll come watch. I'll come cheer you guys on.
Come hang out.
I'll bring a 6-pack and just chill in the
That's right.
bleachers.
Come hang out, man. That's right. No, it's a fun time.
Need a pinch hitter?
I will say, last time I played, I called a home run, and that was pretty funny because I turned around and told like one of my best buddies, I was like, I'm fixing to hit a bomb on this dude. He's gonna throw a slider, and I'm gonna hit it on the first pitch, and it's gonna just go absolutely crazy and hit over like it's gone. And he's like, okay. And then I told the pitcher that because he was one of my buddies.
Right.
I was like, hey, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna throw a slider on the first pitch, and I'm gonna hit it out. And he's like, oh, hey, okay. Sure enough, this dingleberry, he still threw a slider.
He felt challenged at that point.
He did. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I was in his dome, man. So he throws this one, hangs it up. I hate it out. And I was like, the only thing you had to do was not throw with that pitch. You could have thrown anything else. And I was like, whatever. You do your thing, man. You teach me a lesson, man. So that was great. Good times. Anyway, feels like a great time to take a break. Welcome back. One hell of a break right there. We were just talking about how AI songs are absolutely bananas nowadays, and some things got weird.
Yeah, it did.
And it went a whole different direction than we wanted to. Andrew's always in here for the comic relief of random AI generated content. So why not? I guess I'm here for it. I'm not gonna deny it. But it has truly gotten wild. It has gotten wild.
The things you can do with AI nowadays. I remember when it started with you could just really ask it questions and it would give you funny answers.
Some kind of answer, yeah.
Yeah, things and stuff.
Now you can literally have it write songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In books.
In some of the videos I've watched.
Videos.
Dancing animals.
Yep.
I'm like, really?
I love to make random, just AI generated photos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. You were doing that for the longest time and then you stopped.
Yeah, that's because nobody said anything. You guys were losers. Horrible audience.
I never saw them.
Horrible. Oh, well, that was a different group. I'll send to this group then. I'm back to, I'm game to start. I thought they were funny.
I thought they were great. I responded to them.
I did make one that was, what was it? Joe Exotic.
Yep.
That Tiger King?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I tried to make one that was just absolutely ridiculous. Tigers everywhere. There's a tiger faded into the clouds. Wow. He's just got this flowing hair. This is awesome. Why not?
That's funny.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And I mean, you can make any ridiculous thing.
Oh yeah. You give it any sort of
the prompts allow you. Yeah, the prompts allow you to do a whole lot. So why not?
Yeah, I haven't played with the AI.
It's wild. It's wild. You can do any number of different apps or anything online. There's all kinds
quite
of
a few
ones.
of them. There's more popping up every day.
Yeah, and I mean they're pretty easy to use for the most part. It's pretty simple the way it's set up, so it's not too crazy.
Cool.
Okay, so are you guys ready for what I think is a fun topic?
Sure. Give it to us.
All right. So, if you were to create the next big dating app, what would it be called? And what are the fun features that it has that other dating apps don't have?
Oh.
Wow.
I know. I agree. Wow is right. Wow is the correct response.
Dating app.
Yeah.
Never used one.
Except for the last time, right?
No.
They didn't have dating apps in NAM?
Nope. Nope.
They did. It was just a postcard. Yeah. Yeah. Basically the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just put a stamp on there, just random address. Send it off.
I didn't even have
Was that how
an
pen
address.
pals got started?
Maybe.
Might be.
Might be. Like, yeah, who's this? Well, this is David from the block. I like long walks on the beach, bags of pork rinds.
Actually.
Hey, I'm
some
not
good,
here to judge,
some good
man.
shit you're on. It's like, yeah.
I'm not here to judge, man. Anyway, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do, man.
All right.
Yeah, but that's a wild topic. I think that
dating
there's some.
app.
I think the problem is nowadays every idea
What's
you could
the
probably
problem?
come
Tell
up
me.
with
Tell me the problem.
has already been made. Because like my first,
Well, now see, that's the challenge. I
So-
don't think that everything that can be made has been made.
well, okay, maybe the obscure kinks out there, maybe not.
Okay, I'm not saying that we have.
I'm just saying, like,
We know where he's going.
Yeah, apparently.
see,
he
okay,
just
so my
decided-
first thought,
He likes leprechauns.
No,
I'm,
yes, so. I am telling you,
Leprechaun
there
match?
are
Oh, yeah.
there are enough crazy different things that people are into that there are not enough dating apps for them.
You're probably right.
the problem is
Every corner of the internet exists.
but we are not on those dating apps, so do we really know what's out there?
No, that's
Exactly.
the point.
That's-
So if you were going to be the guy that said, "Here's what would have worked," what would you do?
Well, for me personally, the first thing that comes in my head, I'm a gamer. So it's
Okay.
got to be something around gaming.
Okay, so what would it be called?
I would just player 2. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just,
Okay.
Play her too.
Well,
There you go.
Well, you can't
Great
do
play
that.
on words.
You can't do
Yeah.
that because guys would be on it and girls would be on
That's
it.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, anybody can be whatever they're feeling. So I guess it's true.
or just two player. Two
Yeah.
players. Like,
Yeah.
but that would be my thing is
Joy sticks.
I have
Joy
Met-
hyphen stick.
I have met friends through gaming that have met their significant others from other states
Yeah.
through gaming.
One of my buddies, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that could be a great thing.
A friend of
No
mine
longer
moved.
have to do that through the Xbox chat window
Discord, like trying
That's
to
right.
trying to talk to people on
on the Reddit.
on the.
Yeah.
A friend of mine actually met his wife while playing games,
Mhm.
and he lived. He lived in England.
Happy life.
He lived in the United Kingdom
Yeah,
Oh. There
and
you go.
moved all the way to the States.
Yeah.
I have so many friends in so many different states just from meeting on gaming.
A guy
That's
I work
it.
with, he came from Australia. He met his wife in France.
But on a dating app? Or
No,
on-
they
on
just
the
met
game?
in France.
No,
Okay,
they weren't playing games.
I don't think so. I just learned that today, actually.
they're playing some kind of games.
Okay.
No, yeah, so I respect that. But what features would be unique to yours, or what features would you like to see in the dating app game for two players?
Well, so like Tinder and all those, how you can set like age group and this and this and this. I think it would be style of game. So there's like simulator games. There's first person shooters. There's war games. There's this type. There's role playing games like GTA and all those where you can build characters. So I think
Hockey
you'd have to
games,
be able to
tennis
subject
games,
it
card games.
to these are the games I like. And so like when Match.com first started, they had the list of everything and they matched the likes. It would be like that. Like if I put 5 games on there, I would want to find someone else with those 5 games.
I think also with facial recognition, it would know if you put a false picture
Oh yeah.
on there. I mean,
Yeah,
because you're sitting there playing. You've loaded your profile or whatever.
I hope you're all out there listening. 430,000 Margot Robbies,
and you put your photo on there, and then but it's sitting there looking at you, going, "No, that's not you."
There's straight up. I don't even remember what it was, but there's an episode of a TV show, and they're like, "This is just a picture of Margot Robbie. Is that allowed?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, everything's fair game on the internet." She's like, "Can you do that?" She's like, "Oh yeah." Yeah, I feel like that's the issue, right? Like you can't really help, but like there's just going to be bots and crap on there, fake profiles.
Well, yeah, I mean that's going to be any website, any game. I mean
that's probably never going away. I think that's step one. Get rid of those. Create a security practice so airtight that you don't get any of that.
Take it offline. Got to meet in person.
That's right. That's the best app right there. The best app.
The best app is no app.
That's right.
Oh, I think we solved world hunger. It's right now.
Go back to the good old days where you're just sitting at the bar getting drunk and you happen to run into her.
Yeah. That's a lot of work too, though.
It is, because the more you drink, anyway, you know the rest of the story.
I think it's a lot of work because, like, at this point, everybody, like, okay, so here's the deal. I know that if I'm going to a bar, I just want to kind of sit and chill, and I don't really need. And then that's not to say if somebody comes up to me, I'm going to be an ass to them. I'm just saying, like, I'm not really there for anything,
right?
And of course, like me myself, I'm married. I don't care. I don't need any of that crap.
Yep.
But the reality is, like, if I were a single guy at this moment in time and I was trying to find like a person, I'm not sure that I would go to a bar or anything like that.
No,
I'd be like at a farmer's market, the library, spin class.
I mean, at this day and age, with my age, maybe a chill sitting at a restaurant at the bar having a drink and eating type, but I wouldn't go to like a club or a bar to try. No.
I love this song.
Throw my back out.
Do you love this song too?
Throw my back out. Trying to.
Oh my god! I need another drink. I don't miss that at all.
The big thing that you're failing in your representation is you have to be screaming because the music is so loud.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't yell into the microphone. Next time I'll try harder to blow out the ear holes of everyone listening.
Thank you for not doing that.
Good Lord. Can you believe this
Lord?
guy?
Lord.
Lord?
Come on. That's right. Lord.
Is that like Malort?
Malort. That's right. Malort. No, thank you. But hey, I guess it has its place. I think if I were to put together an app, it probably already exists. Let's be fair, but it would be like an athletics app, not specific to that. It's just like Farmers Only has an app. What is it? Christian Mingle has an app. I would probably call it like I don't know, the app for athletes.
The app,
something real creative and stylish like that. And then of course you would find
Pedal Plenty.
Yeah.
Athletes Anonymous.
You'd find some thickness in there somewhere for sure. See, the problem with something like that is that like people will consider themselves an athlete, and then other people would not consider them an athlete. So it's like I know better than that. That's not real. But
get on there and find out they do roller derby.
Hey man, I don't know. I think
for fun.
I think roller derby might be pretty intense. I think that might be a pretty.
I don't know. I remember there was a movie, and I can't think of the name of it, where it was like all about roller derby, and it looked intense. I mean,
are you talking about rollerball?
Yeah, that was it.
I don't think that was just.
Well, that was a lot different.
People died.
Well, yes, but it was still a simulation of roller derby.
Well, I think you're right. Yeah. I agree with you there. However, it was different.
Oh yeah, that was a lot different. I need to go watch that again. That was so good.
That was wild. Was that Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
All right, I got to break out the Google. I think it's Keanu Reeves.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I'm going there. I know it's a remake, so there's two of them out in the world.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I would be all over something like that. No, it's Chris Klein.
Really?
Yeah, not Keanu. Sorry, Keanu. I do love Keanu. I'm a big Keanu fan. Chris Klein. Okay. All right, out of there. Chris Klein's a great guy. He's in a lot of stuff. Ooh, That got some serious review action. It's currently a 3.1 out of 10 on the IMDb.
I forgot LL Cool J was in that movie.
It says the big thing in 2005 is a violent sport which can have some pretty serious consequences. ... Like dying. Similar to what I just said to you, that it was different because people died.
It's roller derby, but with death.
But not, yeah. So, I mean, if you add that element back into the official roller derby, I think they're probably a bit more badass than.
Yeah. I'll buy that.
Yeah. I don't know that I would roller derby. I don't think so. I think, well, I could say I'm a good roller skater. Whether that be blades or whatever, right? I don't really want people trying to knock me down off of them. I don't think that I want that.
I'm good at ice skating until someone tackles me.
Yeah, which apparently is a thing now. So
no, but they don't have skates on. They just have shoes.
Those ones had skates on.
Really?
Yeah.
Every video I've seen of them playing football on there didn't have...
Oh, no, they definitely had skates.
Oh, okay. The 100%. One I saw did not have skates on.
Oh, man, the one I saw they did.
If you're going to play football on ice, you don't wear skates.
That's my thought because those things are sharp.
That's right.
They're going for it. Somebody's getting chopped. There you go.
That's
what
a whole,
yours could be.
Yeah, that's a whole different. No.
That's what your dating app could be called.
That's a whole different story.
I'm not here to judge, man.
Okay.
Like I said, not here to judge. I think that they could do whatever they're going to do. It's going to be animalistic nonetheless. I think roller derby is just intense, and I am excited.
He's stuck on roller derby.
Right. He's so excited.
I really am. Like I said, there's two big derbies, and I'm going to the right one.
Now, what's the timing, though? Like, you get to watch part of the derby and then go to the derby?
I have no idea. This is not necessarily a thing that I just, dove into. Okay. So it's just, hey, we're doing this thing this weekend. Let's go check it out. Okay.
All right.
So we're going to give it a whirl. But, so you're going with player two.
It's got,
two player.
I mean, while David gives his idea, maybe I'll think
What are you doing?
name.
I think Chopped is the name of yours, and it comes... Every subscription to this app comes with a...
Chopped and grilled.
Chopped and grilled. Okay. All right. Well, I mean...
No, but I don't know. That's kind of...
I respect the not having an idea.
I am not... It's been so long since I've dated,
Well, I agree, but,
it's been since NAM.
That's true. It's been a couple of days.
No. And even whenever I worked in clubs, I used to watch all these people, and it was just hilarious. Because I'd see the same guys come in every particular night of the week, and they were always hitting on women.
Oh, sure.
There were these two girls at one of the clubs that I worked at that used to come in every Friday night. And they were a couple, and they were very attractive girls.
Oh, like the girls were a couple, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. Yes. So they're just there to hang out. They're not interested.
Well, no, they worked the system. They got drinks bought for them and danced and had fun and all that, and then they went home together.
That's genius.
There you go. Yeah.
That's
a great way to do it.
That was just like, hey, they never... And I used to talk to them because they'd come back to the sound booth, and I would talk to them, and I said, y'all are cruel.
They just figured out a way to game it. I'm going to be honest, though. That's the thing. That's what I think nowadays. It's just not a thing to, go to a bar and, try to pick up, a partner, right? It's just...
Yeah, more than likely
anymore.
More than likely, if you're going to a bar to pick up a partner, it's just a one night stand.
Oh yeah,
anyway,
yeah. No thanks.
Then you're just a tramp.
Yeah.
So, we've been on the AI kick. So I asked AI.
Oh boy!
For
here we go.
Gamer dating app names.
Okay, what's it saying now?
The first one I got really confused about. It's Kippo.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. So
it is a blend of kiss and joystick.
Where's the O?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That doesn't make sense. On to the next. What's the next one?
But the next one, the second one, I actually prefer is the first. So on a lot of gaming apps like Discord and stuff, when you're playing the same game, there is generally a section called Looking for Group.
Okay.
So it would either be looking for a group or looking for partner.
Okay.
So I think that one would actually be pretty cool.
Okay.
The third one is just be my duo.
Be my duo.
So
okay.
I kind of like that one.
That's not bad. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't even know what mine would be called at this point.
I think mine would probably, if I had one, it would be called "Please Put Up With Me."
Oh.
There you go.
And it's
it's
every old dude from Nam.
All you gotta do is ask my wife. She puts up with me all the time.
A bunch of photos, like very close pictures, just like this, right up in their face. That's how they take their selfie.
So now, twist on the answer. Not a dating app. Friendship app.
Wait, I just figured out what mine would be called. It'd be called Matchletics.
Ooh. That's
Nailed
good.
it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
That's pretty good.
You won't be lonely at Matchletics.
Her legs might be hairier than yours.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So a friendly thing.
A dude's friendship app.
Why does it got to be dudes? It can be anything.
Let me finish.
Okay, fine.
When your wife's shopping at Target, you just need someone to just be a companion while your wife is
Oh my
Target.
gosh. Okay, there's actually a video about this. There's a dude dad video about this, I think. The dads of Target.
Yeah. They
That's classic.
they
That would be
tailgate in
awesome.
the Target parking lot waiting for their wives to come back out.
Charlie
Wow.
Barons comes over and he's like, "Hey, you waiting for your wife to come out?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Hey, you want some beef jerky?" He's like, "Yeah, I got some right here in my pocket. You want to try it?"
Wow, that's
So a whole new meaning to free candy in a van.
They start bringing their grill and like they put up a TV and start playing poker. And they're like,
I
"Hey,
will say
sign up."
in the Target parking lot, you do see dudes sitting in the car.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
A lot of
all
them.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to dance around it. I do enjoy a good run to the Target, but I do find myself in the vehicle sometimes while the wife runs in, or she'll go or whatever. But having a
Ice time.
rude ice maker making all that noise, all my business.
It's gonna make a lot more with the
I know.
we
Yeah.
used.
Yeah, we used a bunch. But yeah, my thought is that a great idea. A great idea to have that. Is right. Good call.
Yeah.
Speaking of good call,
How about last call?
how about last call?
There we go.
Ba-da-da-doo, last call. Chicka chicka ba ba bow bow bow. Last
Now-
call.
Don't be alarmed.
What the hell was that?
It is,
I don't know. I just came up with it. I thought it was quite classy.
it is a clear liquor.
So you got me another.
It
You
is-
went with another.
It is not non-alcoholic.
It's brilliant.
You can smell it. Yeah. Unfortunately, I had it at an angle that he was able to see the name of it earlier.
Oh, no big deal. I'm not going to be able to. I wouldn't have been able to guess it.
It's actually pretty.
So the
smooth.
name of it is Brilliant Vodka.
Very smooth.
It's real
Very
clean.
We've talked about vodkas a lot. I think the reality is that it's pretty much flavorless unless you get a flavored vodka.
Well, it's the definition of vodka is a odorless, flavorless spirit. Like
sure, like it takes on the flavor of other
Yeah.
things. It's basically an additive at that point.
yeah,
But whenever you get the different types of vodka, depending
Yeah.
on how it's distilled, how many times it's distilled,
Sure.
there's various things in there. Like there's one vodka that I drink, and I typically just drink it neat.
Yeah.
But I keep it in the freezer,
Sure.
and it almost has a buttery feel to it,
Yeah.
buttery on
Yeah.
the tongue. So, different vodkas are different ways.
Yep.
You've got potato vodka, corn, wheat,
Right.
a lot
Yeah,
of
right.
different variations there too. I have not found a really good potato vodka, a true Russian vodka.
Yeah, and I've always kind of talked about. Not like on the show or anything, but I've always kind of talked about wanting to try something very specifically made that way.
Right.
And I've never done that. I think that I'm kind of selling myself short, not trying more stuff like that.
And most everything that we do is a grain
Yeah.
vodka. So
And I think that what we drink the most at our house, just because of preference, is French. I think is it Grey Goose French, a French vodka. I think
Maybe.
it has a French flag on it. Honestly.
I believe
maybe.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not here to say that I can tell a difference. Yeah. To be honest with you, like I just don't know that I can.
Well, my go-to is New Amsterdam.
Yeah, New Amsterdam's great.
Yeah, just the 80 proof, not the 100 proof.
Yeah,
and it's simple. It's smooth. I usually keep a bottle in the freezer.
And it's real. I mean, it's a very versatile one, right? Yep. Like it's not overly expensive. Yeah. Well, it's not overly expensive. It's very straightforward, right? Like you get to kind of do what you want with it. And that's not to say that you can't with others, but
right.
You know, I'm probably making a different type of drink with like a Belvedere or a Grey Goose than I am with a New Amsterdam.
Yeah. Right. And more than likely, I'm drinking those straight and mixing the New Amsterdam.
Yes. That's very much so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would say most of my martinis come from like a Belvedere or a Grey Goose.
Okay.
And the majority of my mixed drinks.
Vodka cocktail, not a martini.
Correct. That. Whatever.
A true martini's made with gin.
Okay, well, sorry. I hate to have disturbed you with my words.
I know, it just went up my spine.
What I put up with here, I'll tell you.
I know, but we're brutal.
This one is made from grains.
Yeah.
So
it's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good. And quality wise, I really like it a lot. I think that I could drink this, like you said, you could drink it neat. You could drink it pretty much with a mix or whatever you maybe are doing. Yeah, I mean, like I think that there's a lot of versatility to it. I think that it's most vodkas though.
Is it 80 proof?
Yeah, just a standard.
It's just a smooth.
Yep.
I don't know.
Smooth and clean, and it doesn't smell like rubbing alcohol.
So that is actually what this company prides it on. The bottle actually says smooth with clean finish, perfect for sipping, but also ideal for cocktails.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, doesn't have a lot of burn, which is good. Because if that's great for someone that's like getting into it, right?
Yep.
If I had to guess on the price on that bottle right there, I would probably say that is $22. And I think that if that is anywhere close, then this would be a perfect vodka for someone to start out if they were just trying to find new stuff. What do you think?
$12.99.
I think you're absolutely banana crazy. This better not be a $3 bottle.
It is not a $3 bottle.
Okay.
Although I did go try and find that other one again. It's still not there.
Yeah,
sold out all the time. All of our listeners, thanks for buying it up.
Yeah, really. Both of you.
This is called
all three of them.
This is called Brilliant Vodka, and when I say who makes it, you guys are all going to know who it is. Hopefully. Okay. It's from Lifted Spirits.
Oh,
actually,
cool.
here in town.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not $12.99.
$17.99.
Okay.
Still, actually, almost spot on, right in between you guys.
Yeah, $5.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's it's brilliant.
That is good.
Yeah, so, that's a good price.
Just happened to be going through and saw Kansas City, Missouri on it. So
cool.
Had to get it.
Love it.
It's nice to see a local distillery that's making it a good price point.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
A lot of the locals make excellent stuff, but it's usually at a higher price point.
Right. I definitely agree with that. I think that price is fantastic, especially with it just being like a something that we could just go and get here.
Yep.
But I mean, the reality for us is that price is great. The overall taste on this is great. Like I said, it's not super heavy, so you're not getting like a really big burn as you drink it. And I think something that tends to happen with, I know it happens more with like gins and stuff, but with vodkas, you sometimes get like that florally kind of like taste on the end of it.
It's aftertaste, yes.
Or even just like the smell of it. It can be kind of florally, and it's kind of off-putting to me sometimes. Sometimes it's great. Like it depends on what it is, but I would say most of the time I don't like that, and I think that this is definitely hitting the mark on not having that scent. And I think, like you said, the price point or their point of emphasis is to not have that.
Yeah, it's just high enough that I wouldn't classify it as a cheap vodka.
Right.
But it's not inexpensive. But it could be easily.
Very easily.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I could absolutely see that bottle being sold for $30.
I would put this, me personally, on the same level as New Amsterdam.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, you'd have to take into consideration too, like the reality that things like I said, New Amsterdam, Belvedere, Grey Goose. Those are all like mass produced.
Yes.
Which this isn't, which I think makes it that much better.
Yep.
Right? Like, these kind of, I don't want to call them micro distilleries because that's not the truth, but like distilleries that are much smaller than others. Mm-hmm. It's nice to have that because that this is not the right way to say this, but a lot of care went into making this. And I think that is evident. Mm-hmm. And that's not to say I don't still love those other vodkas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I also like the one that was $4.
Yeah.
That's true.
If only we could get it again.
I know.
If we could find it anywhere, yeah, exactly. Holy cow.
You still luckily have some, don't you?
I do have some left, yeah. I do.
Mine's been gone for a while.
Mine too, yeah.
I made a lot of different cocktails with it.
Yeah.
I reluctantly had to go back to New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Because
like, dang it.
That stuff was good.
Yeah, that was real good.
But
there you go.
This is it's a really good vodka.
Yep.
I like
good.
it.
Yeah.
If I was to, of course, my go-to, like I said, is New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
If that's my 5, I would put this probably a good 7.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking 7.75 at least. At least
it's a step above. Mm-hmm. About price is similar, but it has a really good taste. Now, what I would like to do is, and I'll probably end up getting a bottle of it, is get a bottle and put it in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then see how it is. Because I like I said, pull it out of the freezer, pour a shot, and just sip on that.
Oh yeah,
and it's just wonderful. I'll take a.
I've been.
I won't say what kind, but I'll take an olive.
Yeah.
Drop it in there.
Just because nobody knows what you're saying if you say that.
Castelvetrano.
Exactly, some other language that I don't know that I speak well enough without like offending a whole country. I just can't. I don't know. Yep.
It's Italy.
See? And I think that Italy is super rad, and I want to go there one day. I don't want to be kicked out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say whatever it was.
Immediately fly in, say this olive name.
The way I hear people...
Get out.
Get out of here right now.
The way I hear people say it a lot of times is to say Castelvetrano. But it's Castelvetrano.
See? That's what I said.
Wait till you get the Gates.
Whenever
you see
Gates barbecue.
That's what I was thinking.
No, whenever you see it spelled, you'll be like, "What?"
I think I've been pretty forthcoming about how I feel about neat. I like to have something chilled, or I like to have an ice cube in it. So I would say, like, I think that would up the game for me. I think this, as it sits right now, is probably, I would say for me, more of an 8. I don't think it's overpowering as far as the actual burn. I like the flavor, even though it's not like super flavorful, of course. Like, that's the key. Yeah. I think that's the point to make. And I think that it's going to be really versatile with a lot of different things. You can drink it neat, or you can drink it with a cocktail, and it'd be really, really good. And I just love the fact that it's a local,
Yes,
that's rad to me, and I want to support the crap out of local distilleries and breweries as much as possible.
Yes.
And I think that that's super rad.
Yeah, I think personally, I'd give this a 9.
Love it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, their slogan of "perfect for sipping," I think they are spot on.
Yeah.
Warm, off the shelf. This isn't bad.
No, not at all.
There's so many out there, like we said, the rubbing alcohol. This is perfect.
I've got friends that love that vodka that starts with a T, and I just don't get it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's I'll pass it and go to my New Amsterdam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I like that a lot better. This, I gave it a 7, but if it was chilled, it'd probably push it.
Oh yeah.
Probably push it pretty hard, because I'm liking that.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I definitely would recommend that. So going back a step, what about our mint julep tonight? What do y'all think about that?
12.
I love them. I mean, it's hands down a 9 for me. I love them. I think they're so good.
Yeah. No, it started getting a little sweet, so the crushed ice or pebbled ice would probably tame that down.
Yeah,
100%.
It would dilute it faster than big chunk ice.
But as far as a cocktail, it's a good solid 9 for me.
Yeah, I love them.
I'm going to give it a 7 right now.
Because you want more alcohol?
Because I want more alcohol. Well, and so I jokingly said before the podcast, back in 21, my first run-in with COVID, I still cannot taste mint.
Oh, that's right.
Or garlic. So for me,
Oh, you poor thing.
it kind of just tastes like a sweet bourbon, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I got no mint from it, unfortunately, and I even put a few extra leaves in mine just to try.
Put them back here in between the cheek and gum and
Throws them in there.
That's true.
So
That with a couple of olives.
I
Look
think
out.
more bourbon, less simple for me.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather taste the bourbon than a kind of a weirdness that I'm maybe getting from the mint leaves.
Sure,
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yours is pretty circumstantial, though. Yeah.
That makes sense because the mint has to come forward.
yeah,
Yeah.
It really does.
I definitely think any day of
It
the week I
smells
could
great.
have this, though.
I can smell the mint
You can smell it, but you can't taste it.
Yep.
That's weird.
and garlic.
I wonder
I love
what.
garlic.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I used to.
We'll get 6 or 8 heads at the grocery store every week, and by the end of the week, we've gone through them.
Have you ever had fermented garlic, honey garlic?
No.
So you take
I don't
a
guess so.
Me neither.
take a big jar and throw literal just garlic cloves in there.
It's the bathwater thing again.
It might be.
Is this the bathwater?
We're coming back to that actually.
Classic.
It's the bathwater ASMR.
Fill it with honey, and you let it sit in like a cabinet. Open it every day to burp so it doesn't overpressure.
I do the same thing.
After 30 days, it's ready, and you eat the honey garlic, and it's great for your body.
I couldn't tolerate the honey.
I can't taste it, which is really funny because I'll be sitting there just both honey and garlic. I cannot get the flavor of, so I'm just here just eating spoonfuls, and my wife will have one and can't do it.
So you're just eating nothing. So you
Pretty
don't
much.
even know if it's good or
It's supposed to be good for me. Doesn't mean I can't taste it.
Both are good for you.
All right, we're going back to the bathwater conversation.
Bathwater ASMR.
Store-bought simple syrup also
No,
has a
absolutely
color
not.
to it.
No.
That
Yeah,
100% is not clear.
There's a tint to this. I will give you that. But
Yes.
yours
Thank you.
had a
No,
hue.
it was the same
No,
tint.
no.
Yours had armpit.
Yeah, I was
The
going to say.
same tint.
Armpit tint.
Yeah.
That is the same color.
No. No.
I'm going to make mine again, and we're going to put it up against this next episode, and you're going to see that it's the exact same.
No. I'm not seeing it.
Me neither.
His look like Ring Around the Bathtub.
That's right. Yeah. Yours looked like it came straight out of the toilet.
Oh, no.
Where did the toilet come from?
I don't know. Now I'm just making things up just to throw it off.
Wow.
I am not going to argue that has some kind of tint to it.
It does.
Yours had a special, unique, new kind of tint to her.
It was probably because it wasn't like filtered water. They probably use filtered water and everything. And
Well, I would hope. Did yours come out of a well?
no, it just says water.
Just water.
Apparently, there's also citric acid in this.
Ah, I thought I tasted something different.
Dorfin?
That was my own bathwater I put in here. No, so I wanted to point out that this also has a color to it that you guys said simple didn't have.
Well, you know. Yours also had that soapy taste to it.
Yeah, something about it. Something about it was just different. Just different.
Scrubbed at a certain spot for that one.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, okay. Well, now on to the next one.
Okay.
With
everybody.
that being the case, I think it's time about to wrap her up. Anyway, thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Conversations and Libations podcast. As always, be safe. If you're going to drink any alcohol, be smart about what you're doing. Call anybody. Call us. Call a friend. Call rideshare, whatever. Just be smart about it because we do not like the drinking and driving. Therefore, we do not condone it.
Which is why I'm waiting to have the 4-ounce bourbon at home.
At home. There you go.
That's right. And fun fact, we have a episode coming up with the shaker and spoon box featured on it. So that will be here soon, and you guys will get a chance to see exactly what we're talking about to try
Awesome.
them out. So I'm very excited about that. It was actually a gift my wife signed me up for, so
Nice,
I'm real
nice.
excited about that. She's gonna try. She was trying to make it like a surprise thing to try a different one because we'll get a separate one anyway.
Yeah, did you guys figure that out? I know you guys.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
all good.
Good
So we're gonna give that a try and let everybody see exactly what it is that we're doing and why we think that it's such a great concept. So take a shot. Check out the link in this random region of the entirety of the shows. episode view here, wherever it may be. Andrew,
the entirety. You want it in their entire time?
Right in this range on the view here.
Do you have fever with those fits?
No.
Okay.
So take a look at that. Give it a shot. It is definitely a great opportunity. You get multiple different types of drinks. So the only thing you do not get is the liquor, which they will recommend a particular bottle that they are using for their mixes. So definitely give that a shot. Let us know what you think. On the other hand as well, check out our social media pages and let us know if you have any drink recommendations and or ideas for topics. We are definitely looking forward to checking out what you guys have. And until next time, folks, the bar is officially closed.